The hard times, or depression of the 1930s, spread all over the world. In every country there were people without jobs or enough to eat. In Europe, Germany began to make guns and train her men and boys to be soldiers. Soon Germany had a big army and many airplanes. The other nations of the world started making guns and training soldiers. Men were working again, but almost everyone feared there would be a war. On Sunday, December 7th, 1941, the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The country entered a pivotal time in history, and the city of DeLand played an important part in World War II. The U.S. Navy came to town, giving the city's fledgling airport a big boost. The Navy expanded the runways and airport buildings in order to use DeLand's Air Base as a year-round training ground for pilots. The mild weather and easily accessible location made DeLand the perfect place to train pilots for the war. Everyone learned to identify enemy aircraft and man the civil defense watchtowers.
The women went down to the stadium, and they used that for the spotters, where the sports people used to sit up there and write up the games. The women sat in there and watched for airplanes. And I tell you what, I'm sure some of them didn't know what was flying over. I wouldn't have. I never could do it because I couldn't tell one airplane from another. And I've often wondered what was on those reports.
World War II came close to home, with German U-boats cruising the waters just offshore.
We had activities off the coast of Daytona that people don't talk about. They had submarines out there, and you could be in Daytona and see the flash of the lights when they were having a battle, but you never read about it. You might go down on the beach and find a body or two or some wood that was drifting up. You'd see bottles, stuff washed up, oil on the beach. You could hear it when you were over there. Sometimes you could hear it, but a lot of times you could just see the flash.
We had assembled pilots from all over. They accumulated at Pensacola, and then they were forwarded from Pensacola down here, but they had come from all over the United States. It was a congenial bunch, and very friendly, and very busy and very active. And we had a 3-month time frame, and we had a tremendous amount of work to cover in order to get completely trained during that 3-month period. So it was go, go, go all the time. The people were extremely hospitable and extremely friendly to the military, and they accepted us with open arms.
I have to tell you that the men from the Naval Air Station really added a lot to this town, as young men do anywhere, don't you think?
Yes,
I mean,
yes, I do.
They had dances. Now, believe me, I was younger, so I was not involved, but I watched my sisters, both of whom married men from the Naval Air Station. And it was a time where you knocked yourself silly to try and bring some happiness into their lives. You did. I mean, we had parties as best we could. You didn't have a lot of things that you would make pastries with or anything like that. It was very difficult to entertain. Don't forget the rationing. Stomp on the tin cans after we'd have a meal with maybe a use of canned tomatoes or a can of soup. We would rinse that out, take the paper wrapping off, that would go in one pile, smash that can with another, that would go on another, and then we would make a collection of this, and we'd get our little Red Ryder wagons and drag this stuff up to the schoolyard. And there was no end to the ways that they could think of to inspire you to contribute to the war drive.